Hello, welcome to my short Photoshop tutorial, and this one's going to be about the gradients and paint bucket tool. Okay, so we're first going to start with gradients. So gradients allow you to make kind of blends of colors as background on images and stuff like that. So I'm just going to show you how to use it. Better explain it that way. So first, we're going to create a new layer, Control-Shift-N. We're just going to call this gradient, where gradient's going to be, of course. And then, so what color do we want our gradient to be? So if we want our gradient to be, let's say, from red to purple, so blends from red to purple. Going to go up to red, select our first color as red. Then we're going to select this one, our second color, which is currently white. We're going to change it to purple, because that's the color we want on the other side of the gradient. And then you've got on your gradient tool here, click, hold, and drag all the way across to get a gradient that's all the way across the screen. The shorter you drag, the more uneven it will be. So if I do a long drag, it'll be like something like that. If I go back to the regular one, yep. So if I do a short drag, it'll be like that. The purple's all the way here on one side. Do a longer drag, it'll be here in the middle, and then if I go a long drag from this side, it will be mostly purple. And also with the gradients, it's not just restricted to a straight line, you can do diagonal and stuff like that. Also, you've got these here. For example, this shows like a dot in the center. So like the longer you drag, the bigger the dot in the center and where the dot is. You've got this one here. That creates like a hard edge and then more softer. The longer you drag, the softer it is. Not just like the other ones. Got this one here, which is the same thing again, which is what we were just on. This one here. This one creates a diamond sort of shape, and that's, yeah, so the gradient tool is good for this. Also, with the gradients, so we'll just create a gradient here. I've got this text layer here. If I want to make a gradient through this, so I just have to go to my select tools. If you want to know how to use these, you can go to my other video. Select the text here. So once we've got the whole text selected, grab another color we want. So just let's say we want this to go from green to blue. Let's just go green to blue. Alright. Green to blue. Cool. So while this is selected, we can use the gradient tool while on the text layer. So we just gotta rasterize it. So it's no longer a text layer. And then we can put a gradient through here. Oh yeah, sorry. We gotta create a new layer. Call this text gradient. And then we gotta put gradient through there. So you can put gradients through text as well. Next, alright, that's that. Cool. Next, we are going to go onto the paint bucket tool, which is under the same kind of subsection, the paint bucket tool. Okay, so the paint bucket tool allows you to fill in spaces or selected areas with a color of your choosing. So it's always going to choose the first primary selected color, which in this case is green. So we'll go on the text layer where we've got this, and it'll fill it in green. And yep, fill that in green as well. Cool. Then, if we go on here, so it only fills in the one color. So for this one, it only did this because this is the one color. Since this is all white, you'll select the whole letter. So if you can also use this with just the select tool. So if you want just the S, the T here to be isolated, so you're only going to fill in this or an area around the T, paint bucket, fill it in, because that's behind it, it won't look like that. Yeah, so thanks for watching this small, short tutorial how to use the gradient and paint bucket tool. Thank you, see ya.